Salam alaikum, this is video 2. Now, as we said, what does the upside down pentagram represent? It represents a woman upside down, out of her mind, crazy, with the head of Baphomet in there, right? And what does the head of Baphomet represent? What does the goat head represent? It represents the goat of Mendes, right? It represents the male goat of Mendes and fertility, right? So if they got the head of the goat in the upside down, so they got the man inside the woman, right? The inside the man. So that represents what? Brother fucking, right? Brother fuckers, right? Okay. Now, and a transgender brother fucker too, right? With the breast and the round thing like the phallic, right? And the goat's head, right? Okay. So that's what that upside down pentagram represents, because the female represents the starfish, and the starfish has five limbs, right? And the male represents the snowflake, right? He has 6 limbs, right? He has 1 his head, 2 his arms, 2 his legs. That's what, 5. Then he has his genital, right? That will be 6. Female doesn't have that beautiful part, right? She, of course, hers is, you know, inverted, right? Her you know, so therefore she doesn't have that. So she has 5, right? Her head, her 2 arms, and her legs, right? Okay, so that would be 5, right? Okay, so that's what that represents. But that's what the female represents, a pentagram, right? So therefore, by putting that Mendes goat head in there, right, represents the brother fucking man, right? The brother fucking brother, right? And then to put it on the body, right? Okay, first they put it on the pentagram, now they got a body, right? Okay, so the goat head is saying who is ruling the world, who's trying to rule the world, right? Who's okay, is the what? The brother fuckers, right? Who are the blue blood brother fuckers? Okay, so now, and they want to start that all over again because they have no head, right? The head abdicated, right, in 2013, right? Right after, right, the what calendar? The Aztec calendar ended, right? It said the celestial year was ending, therefore he had to step down from his throne because there'd be another god taking over, right? It'd be the female god, celestial god Venus, right? The era of the woman, right? And with the Vatican, the Vatican adheres to all pagan worship. They acknowledge all gods because the whole celestial sphere is represented to several gods, right? Each slice of the pie is attributed to a god, right? So when every god reigns 2,000 years, when their reign is over for 2,000 years, another one takes over, and there's this big war to try to for the, let's say, the right god to take over. It's supposed to transition peacefully, like the celestial spheres, right, in their orbit, right, or as the months go transition through the celestial year, right, but it doesn't happen in the physical world, right? So that's what we have all these wars and wars and wars going on, and false flags, because you still have the old era that is abdicated, trying to take over trying to be in position for when the beast returns, because he's supposed to return for them 24,000 years, right? So when the beast returns, then he's going to establish that new kingdom and place that his head, okay, of Baphomet, or the goat, his brother fucking head, right, inside the woman, on top of his desire for empire, right? And who's to be the woman to establish that? He got a black woman set the Holy Grail, right? A Holy Grail. Everything, they're trying to have everything in position, so when he comes, all he can do, what the stone caps, what they call it, the capstone, put this capstone in and seal everybody in, right? With the FRD chip, okay? Everybody in a neat little package, right? Okay. And know where everybody is at every time, because they got the little Babylonian chip in them, right? Okay, Babylon 3, right? And so that's what that new Grail, Holy Grail is to usurp all the humanity in the world, right? By putting them in that little box again, because it's supposed to go to the woman, right? Because that's where the time ended in Venus, right? It ended in Libra, right? That's in Venus, right? The new celestial cycle began in Venus. So that is why it's supposed to be a powerful black woman, me, to give you the word and instruct you what is going on to guide you, okay? Because alhamdulillah, I am the Holy Mother, right? Sent here to guide you and let you know. Everybody comes from every human being has, when we leave our heavenly, I call it a pre-existing life, we leave that heavenly home to become embodied, right? We come to do a job. Okay, we come to do a duty. That's why we didn't come to be a doctor, a nurse, or maybe a healer. Yeah. Okay, a teacher. Yeah. Okay, but not to serve Babylon. Okay, we don't need the education to serve Babylon. We need the education to do Allah's will, right? To do what we were born to do what we were incarnated to do, right? So alhamdulillah, I was born to guide and to inform, to let you know where we are in this time, so that you, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can protect yourself and save yourself from what the pending doom is, from those false leaders, those false teachers, those false guides, and all that Baal shit. Okay, because Baal actually represents Murdu, right? Okay, so those who wear the ring is to be that, and because Madonna, she doesn't have the ram of Ra in her, right? The ram, okay? She don't have Ra inside her womb, right? She doesn't represent well, she does have Ra inside her womb, but it's not the black one. It's not the mother. It doesn't represent the mother. So therefore, if she'd have had a child, wouldn't have meant anything. But for the black one to wear his ring, right? And to be his bride, and to have a holy grail for him, right? Then she, okay, anointed by him, can be the one to officiate his kingdom, right? Okay, like what's called like, wasn't it Beyonce that sang when the abomination was placed in the office? I think so. So you can see the abomination representing the beast, right? For the New World Order, for the beastly kingdom that wants to be, right? That's trying to establish it so hard, right? By supporting ISIS, right? Right. Okay. Now, okay. So that's what that's they're trying to make. For them, she can be the Holy Mother. I don't care. Okay. But for Allah's kingdom, hell, goddamn no, that ain't gonna happen. Not in this lifetime. Okay, she ain't gonna represent Allah's kingdom. She can rep the devil's kingdom, but the kingdom of the beast, where the Baphomet's about wearing his ring, you know, because that's what that represents. But as far as works leading Allah's people, like hell no. Okay, and establishing the new Babylon to enslave humanity, no. No. Allah cancel that. Allah curse and bind that. Okay, bind that shaitan. Okay, bind that jinn. Bind that devil. Okay, bind that witch. Okay, okay. Now, and this is fact. She had Babylon's ring on. Okay, what did it say? The married to the devil, or in that video. Okay, so this is all this is out there. It's not rumor. It's out there. And even there's a photo I showed you where her daughter is supposed to be betrothed to the English baby, Charles and Kate's, William and Kate's baby, Will and Kate's baby, right? To be betrothed, right? So they're to be set up as the new king, the new heads of temporary heads of Babylon, right? Where the capstone over them would be the beast, and that would be Rothschild's son, okay? The one that was conceived 2011 in front of the trade towers, right? Okay, who the beast is going to embody, right? Okay. Now, so they're getting everything set up, right? They're getting everything set up, and so when he comes, like around 2000, when he comes into power, when he comes into position around 2029, because that will be his first Saturn return, okay, in Gemini, right, come through the doors, right, okay, and Gemini represents what? Ophiuchus, right, okay, so that's the game they're playing there, okay, they want to set everything up, because they have no power now, but they're not going to tell you they don't have any power. They're just going to pretend as if they do, and hope that you will continue to walk around the merry-go-round, even though it's not spinning, even though you ain't going no place, right? Okay, so that's the price for following people who don't know what's going on and staying spiritual children, right? and being afraid of the unknown, right? But now that you know, you got to act upon what you know. Okay, so they want to, as I said, they want to establish a new headquarters in Jerusalem. Okay, so they need humanity to accept the new contract, right? The new contract with humanity, because the old contract was the birth certificates, right? They want to accept the new contract of the beast because the old fiction birth certificate, the old fictitious birth certificate has expired, right? As of basically 2012, but officially 2013, 2015, 2015 in Libra, which is Venus, right? Okay, so the new one is Venus, right? The new celestial inspiration to be followed is that of Venus. What is the law? What is the energy of Venus represent? It represents justice. It represents equality. It represents beauty. It represents art. It represents and at the other end of that, Uranus it's not really Mars. That's a bunch of lies. They even have the universe structured wrong, and they know it. Okay, so it may sound mad, but they know it. That's why they added a 13th zodiac sign, because they knew they had it. They had it structured wrong all along, but now they added it for their own convenience. But they already knew it, right? Okay, so if you go with the lining of the planets, where they say Mars is supposed to be, is actually Pluto. Okay, so Uranus is really in Pluto, right? But I'll say Mars just because you're probably familiar with that. But anyway, so Uranus is in Pluto, right? Okay, which represents change, transformation, right? And they know that. And Uranus is between those two, represents being between two binary constellations, right? Binary stars, right? And, which is getting closer and closer and closer, right? And when it hits, right, when it comes, it's going to cause, it's what's causing all these environmental atmospheric changes, right? Okay, so they know that change is supposed to be here, but they don't want you to know. They want to go into Venus. I mean, they want to go into the holiest of holies, right? As brother fuckers, and usurp the male power by being brother fuckers on them, right? And by acting as female, right, to represent the female power. That's why they got they're the one who wears Baphomet's ring, acting like a prostitute, right? Upside down woman, acting out of control, because what? A woman is supposed to be holy. A woman is not supposed to be loose. A woman is not supposed to be promiscuous, right? Because she bears whole. That's why they call it Holy Grail, right? Because life force comes through that, right? And what the life is sacred, right? So upside down represents what? Unholiness. A woman out of her mind, out of her chastity, a prostitute, right? Because the opposite of fidelity is what? Infidelity. Infidelity is prostitution. Is infidelity, right? Okay. So so they want to act like that, right? To usurp the man's power, right? Just like they have it in Washington D.C., right? With the man bride, okay, which represents Baphomet, because it has a what? It has a breast and it has a penis, right? Okay, just like Baphomet, right? So that's the ultimate upside down pentagram, right? Okay. Okay, so they want the world to be like that, and then they do the standoff. If you notice that picture I submitted with the one who wears Baphomet's ring standing off face to face with Baphomet, right? And then I showed you the other picture with Baphomet forcing her into his chamber, right? Okay, that's forcing the woman into his chamber, forcing the woman into prostitution, right? And who represents a prostitute? So you see the symbology there. Okay, so they want to rule in the holiest of holies. Okay, and that is inside the woman, in the embodiment of a woman, right? Okay, upside the pentagram as, okay, and they want to prolong it, right? To, they want to rebirth, resurrect Vatican II, to be Vatican III, right? Because Vatican II has fallen, it fell. Its time really ended 2012, December 2012, right? At 12 o'clock, 12, right? Complete cycle, right? Now, but it officially ended, right? 2015. Okay, at the time of Libra, right? A time of Venus, right? And we're saying Venus as it relates to its position in the universe, right? Okay, so it has fallen, and they want Vatican III to rise to re-erect that, right? Now, so it has no king. It's the king was decapitated, right? It was taken. It was abdicated from power, right? It voluntarily abdicated as it was supposed to do. Now they got that little brother fucker Jorge, like a whore. His name is whore, right? Because that's what it means. Jorge. George means Jorge. They got that whore, okay? Magog, Bigolio, right? Running around, acting as a pope, so everybody will respect him and give him homage, pay him homage, and think that they're still in power when he has no power. He has no power to make humanity do a damn thing, okay? But if you still adhere to that, then you're the damn fool, okay? And that's reality, okay? Because in reality, humanity needs everyone to be awake, everyone to be on board, and everyone to support the continued freedom of humanity. We don't need nobody of humanity to take that RIDF chip, whatever it's called, okay? Okay, so they have fallen, and they got that whore running around trying to keep the pieces together, right? Okay, trying to keep trying to resuscitate the dead whore, right? Babylon 2, trying to keep it resuscitated, trying to sprinkle a little holy water on it, keep it alive until they king to come, and then he can just whip everybody's ass into shape, right? Force everybody to take the FRID chip, force them to take the electronic money, force them to submit their guns, because those guns can really kill when they're embodied as a demon. A physical demon embodied physically, they can be shot, and they don't want that. They don't want America to have nuclear weapons to fight them back. They don't want that. They don't want you to have your gun, so they want to tell you, oh, anybody who has a gun is definitely a criminal, because they're going to be a future criminal because they have a gun. Well, America had nuclear weapons. We can say the same thing about America, right? We can say the same thing about all nations, right? Okay, we can say that about our hands. Anybody who has a hand has a potential to slap someone, right? Okay. So they know that your guns you'll be able to defend yourself from the temple of the reconstruction of Babylon 3. So they want to take your power. They want to drain America of its nuclear power, because the brotherfuckers that want to occupy the holiest of holies in Jerusalem, they don't want any other power. That's why they're attacking Russia. They want to take Russia's power. They want to take Syria's power. They want to take. They took Iraq's power. They want to take Iran's power. They want to take everybody's power away. But you notice they ain't talking about all the nuclear weapons that Israel has, right? And Israel's the one striking out at every fucking body, right? Okay, even America, right? With the World Trade Centers, right? And the USS Liberty. Okay, but they ain't talking about disarming Israel. Fuck no, hell no, right? No. Okay. Okay, even though they're occupying people and killing babies and children and stealing land and all this, they ain't talking about that. That's a hush hush. That's a no-no, right? Because that's Baphomet. You don't talk about Baphomet, right? Fuck, eat shit, Baphomet, and die like you're supposed to. Eat shit and die like you're supposed to. When you say Bismillah ar-Rahman over your food, when your shit comes out, it's holy shit. And if he eats your shit, which he's supposed to do, he will die. He will starve to death because he won't eat that shit. Because when he was kicked out of the garden, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kicked him out of the garden and placed him, what he did to man and woman and made them intercourse, okay, when they weren't supposed to, when they were too young, okay, when they weren't proper, okay. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him that he was to eat, for his sustenance, he was to eat, you know, the feces of humanity. So he's supposed to eat shit. But when you say Bismillah ar-Rahman over your food, when you pray over your food, okay, when your food digests and the inside and its end cycle is excreted from the body, okay, if you don't say Bismillah ar-Rahman over it, then the shaitan will eat that. Okay, his job is to be the pig, clean up the earth, eat the shit, clean up the earth of humanity, right? Okay, but he don't want to do that, so he tries to keep you not saying Bismillah ar-Rahman food so he can eat it and won't die. He won't starve to death because that's his reserve food, right? Okay, so if you say Bismillah, you pray over your food, he will starve. You gotta bless your food. Okay? Okay. So anyway, so they have fallen and they abdicated and they got the whore running around, little Jorge Bergoglio, right? So to try to put unholy water to sustain the system, right? Traveling to country with his little black magic bag, okay, representing his big black booty. Motherfucker, you ain't got no black booty. You ain't got no ass of Jupiter. You ain't holy, okay? Only the woman has that. That's why they try to have. That's why Jupiter, okay, has that. Jupiter is represented by Sagittarius and the head and the body, okay, of an animal, because Ophiuchus represents the holiest of holiness, the holiest of holies, the black hole, right? The massive black hole, the woman. And then Jupiter is like her representative. That's why I got the hips, the big booty. Okay? So that black bag don't represent no big ass. Okay? You ain't got no big ass. That's why Baphomet tried to choose his woman with a big ass. So she turned the world on, right? Okay. With that big ass, right? Okay. Yeah, big asses are sexy, but not when they possessed by the devil. Right? Okay. So they're beautiful when they're pure, right? When you got a pure ass. Pure, big, beautiful black ass. Okay, anyway, they're still trying to sprinkle the world with unholy water, right? The blood, because unholy water is the blood, okay? That's the blood. Trying to feed you holy water, the blood, represented as the water. The holy seed represents the blood coming from the black hole, right? Right? Okay. As it gives life, right? The afterbirth, the seed it runs after giving life, right? So they giving it, when you take the body and the blood, the wine, that's like taking the blood, the holy seed, right? Okay, so they run around trying to sprinkle the blood, the holy seed, or the holy water, unholy water, the menstrual water on the world, right? On the body of the whore, to keep it resuscitated in order to that one come back and he can give it life again, all right? Or she can give it life again. She can intercourse with it and give it life again, right? Right. Okay. Okay. So the holiest of holy, the unholiest of holies is supposed to intercourse with the beast, right? To give it life, to erect it, right? That's what it does. Erect it, resurrect, make it rise again. Make that phallic rise. That's why that phallic is in front of Washington, D.C. It's a phallic, right? That's what Cleopatra's Needle is supposed to be about. But, you know, well, that's what Cleopatra's Needle is supposed to be about, right? Okay. Okay. It's a phallic. And what do they call it? The obelisk, right? Okay. Where man gets his power, right? That power, right? You get that power, right? Okay. Okay. So, so the papal, and he's trying to still make people think those papal bulls have power. The papal bulls don't have no power. They have no power, okay? Because their time has ended, okay? It's like that old money that the U.S. used to use, and they tried to pay the Confederates, soldiers, not Confederates, but after the Civil Revolutionary War was ended, they tried to pay them money that was no good, and the soldiers rebelled against that, okay? That's the same kind of money they have right now. Their money's no good, their paper bulls are no good, nothing is good, because their whole system is gone. It's like you trying to use money that was used during Babylon 1 or Roman currency before it was before currency changed, okay? So their money is no good, their purple bulls are good. Nothing about their system is legitimate. Nothing. Oh, you are free, and you got to stand in your freedom, and you got to stand up for your freedom, and you got to not be scared to act in your freedom. You got to stand for your life and your children's life, unless you want them to be a part of this. Okay? If you really love your children like you claim, we're fighting for women and children in the military, then fight for your children at home. Okay? Fight to save their life, because they are the greatest ones at risk. Okay? Now we'll continue. Okay. Okay. So, all his papal bulls and decrees, all his papal money is papal money. Okay? All are also null and void. All his contracts made under the old order, okay, are null and void, okay, because the new contracts are to be made in the era of Venus, right? But they trying to act as Venus. You're not to act as Venus, okay? You're not. Alhamdulillah, Queen of Queens, Phoenix Ramadan L. Jackson is the Queen of Queens, acting on behalf of the holiest of holies, the Holy Grail, the Mother, okay, is here. Don't try to take my position. Don't try to stand in my position, acting on behalf of mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Venus or the celestial sphere. Don't try to stand in that position, or I pray to Allah to curse and bind you and destroy your ass. That is what I pray to Allah to do. And you know who I'm talking to. Common man, you don't understand that. You may think that's crazy and whack, but no, it's not. You gotta speak to those goddamn, those godless, those demons, okay? And I pray to Allah to burn them with hellfire, okay? Try to stand in my position, okay? Or try to take dominion over His creation. And in fact, in the name of Allah, I, Queen of Queens, Phoenix Ramadan El Jackson, take dominion over all Allah's creation, and give it back to Allah, that His creation may use their free will according to Allah's divine plan for them. So don't try to take their humanity. Don't try to take their free will. It's already been taken, given back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Allah can let them use it themselves. You have freedom, humanity. Use it. Stand within it. Act upon it. Okay? Don't be afraid of them. You have no reason to be afraid of them. Stand up for your children. Stand united as one universe, okay, of humanity. Okay? When you're born under your celestial star sign, that is your let's say your home base. That is your home planet, your home base, the constellation you were born out of. Okay, so all together, we as humanity represent starseeds, right? Okay, represent all the constellation, and we got to act in harmony, just like, that's why we got to stay in harmony with the constellation, okay? Because just like the moon, the stars, the moon and the planets, they orbit peacefully, humanity has to interact with itself peacefully. And we can do that if we use you use your brain. You are free. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if those demons, even shaitan, even Iblis, try to stand in dominion over your humanity and all of your creation, that I have taken dominion over on your behalf, for you, mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give back to you their free will, so that you can let them use it. They can pray to you to use it according to your divine will for them, your divine purpose for them, to help humanity, to help this planet, to save this planet. I pray you will send hellfire upon them. That is what I pray. And I pray you will destroy them. And should they try to come up against me, I pray you destroy them. That is what I pray. You destroy them. And let Babylon 3 not be reconstituted. Let it not be resurrected. Let it stay fallen under the foot of the woman. Let it have no resurrection, no power, no divinity, no authority, no wealth. Let it remain fallen and decapitated and debilitated, and let it decay and erode away. Insha'Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, subhanallah. In Allah's name, alhamdulillah, and Allah let the prophet of the virgin be born into this world and keep Babylon down with the Mahdi. And you want to scare somebody, that's what you want to do. Scare somebody. In English, Elizabeth, you have no power. Kate, you have no power. William, you have no power. And your child has no power. And Beyonce, you have no power. And Jay-Z, you have no power. And your child has no power. And whatever his name, what's his name? Rothschild, you have no power. And Israel, the fake Vatican brotherfuckers, you have no power. All power belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have none. And should you try to exercise some over humanity, I pray to Allah, He destroys you with hellfire. You cannot escape. In the name of Allah, alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. I hope that little thing they try to produce is destroyed. A demon seed is destroyed. A demon seed that wants to replace the human seed, I pray, is destroyed. Humanity, you don't have to fear them. They have no power, no spiritual power. You have all the power. Mankind has all the power because he was created to have the power. Okay? Now, so all their power is null and void. It is Venus's time, and I represent Venus, bitches. Okay, man bitches, man whores. Okay? Okay. No, you're not even a man whore, you're a thing whore. Baphomet whore. Okay? So, and all those who wear his ring that want to destroy humanity, I pray that you're cursed and bind in the name of Allah. Okay? You have no power, you get no power, you're unable to exercise power, and all of humanity will stand against you. All of creation stand against you. The rocks, the stones, the mountains, the air, the water, the food, everything, every atom, every molecule, every organism Allah created stands against you. In the name of Allah. Subhanallah. Let's go to video 3. Assalamu alaikum.